Hello, and welcome to our Literacy Toolbox Masterclass. To learn more about the Toolbox Approach, watch our introduction to the Literacy Toolbox video, and you can find a link to that video in the description below. I'm Julia Clouter, and in this video I'm going to talk you through the tools in the toolbox that can help with fine motor skills. So fine motor skills is where we use the small muscles in our hands and where they're working with our brain and nervous systems, which is how our movements are controlled. So in our hands, fingers, lips, tongues and eyes, developing fine motor skills helps young people to do things like eating, writing, manipulating objects and even getting dressed. Often, learners with dyspraxia have fine motor difficulties. Having the right tools can reduce any frustrations that reading and writing may bring, especially when a learner is fluent and confident reader and writer. But poor fine motor skills prevents them from enjoying and completing this aspect of learning. It's important that they're supported to have a comfortable and enjoyable learning experience. The first stage of developing fine motor skills is using your fingers and your thumbs to pick things up. Now this is something that can be tricky for some young people, and you'll notice it when you watch them trying to pull up their zippers or trying to use scissors and perform slightly more complex tasks. In order to support fine motor skills, there are lots of tools that can help, but we're going to focus particularly on the tools that can support literacy and reading development. So let's start with the pencil grip. These are a range of different types of pencil grips to support and enable a student to hold the pencil and be cushioned and supported, or perhaps widen the surface that's available for the fingers to be able to handle the pencil more comfortably. By using a pencil grip, you'll improve the control that the student has, and it'll improve the legibility of their handwriting. It can also help students to focus on what they're thinking and be able to construct sentences rather than trying to maintain grip on the pencil. There are lots of different sorts, and it's always worthwhile letting students try a range of tools themselves to see which they prefer. A page holder is a very simple device that fits onto your finger and helps you hold the pages of your book flat. If you're somebody who might struggle to hold that book open, it can be more comfortable to use a page holder placed in the middle of the page, as it spreads the weight and distributes it across the pages. If you have poor fine motor skills or perhaps weak muscles in your hand, you'll be able to hold that page open comfortably and steadily. Even if you haven't got the strength, the job of the page holder is to improve stability with minimal input from the student, allowing them to focus on the act of reading instead. Similarly, thumb grips. Well, you might recognise these if you have ever had to count lots of money or move lots of pages. It's simply a rubber thimble with little spines on it that help the paper to be gripped and turned. So if you're somebody with weak fine motor skills, the act of picking up that page and turning it can be tricky. You may fumble, but with a thumb grip, students with poor fine motor skills will find that they can focus on the reading and turn the pages comfortably and remember where they're reading. Without this sort of support, it can be frustrating, and students can lose their visual place on the page entirely. So the thumb grip provides the grip to turn the page effortlessly and focus the attention on the act of reading. The reader pen is another tool that has elements that can be supporting for students who struggle to read a text comfortably. The reader pen is lightweight, so a student can focus on scanning the text. The reader pen can also be switched from right to left-handed. This reorientates the camera and the screen, making it easy and comfortable to use regardless of the hand you write with. The scanning pen can also accurately scan from right to left as well as left to right. This is handy for some users, especially left-handed users who find the scanning right to left more comfortable. And while we're thinking about making the reader pen more grippable and comfortable to hold for somebody with fine motor skills, you might want to just wrap an elastic band around the nose of the pen just to give it a bit more grip. Or use a ruler to support the pen to scan without wobbling. Lastly, my honourable mention is for fidget toys. Some fidget toys have an element of resistance built into them, and that means you can push or pull or toggle or switch. These are all things that can help build those fine motor skills in an appropriate way, perhaps with their hands under the table around their fiddle toy as they listen to you at reading time. I hope you found the tips in this video useful. You can find more tips, tricks and information about the Toolbox approach in the description below or at scanningpens.co.uk/toolbox. You'll also be able to find out how you can win one of the toolboxes we're giving away as part of our 20th anniversary celebrations. Good luck and thanks for watching.